Welcome to the fifth episode of Automation Campaign. In the last episode, I finished building the Koala, a small, practical, everyday car. As you can see in this test drive footage, it handles pretty good because it's light, and it's not slow because it's light despite having a small, not so powerful engine. The only problem is that sometimes it tends to oversteer in turns, but if you drive normally, that doesn't happen. In this episode, we'll do some quality of life changes to our current lineup and add some special touches. First order of business is making a brand new engine. In terms of lore, this will be a sequel to what we already have. It will use the same blocks, so we'll use the same bore and stroke. Even if it may not be optimal, I'd rather stick to some lore. So also an iron block, and for the stroke it's gonna be an 85, and for the bore 75. That should do it. This time it'll be a single overhead cam for efficiency, 2 valve and aluminum head. We can get in some quality. Let's see how much we can rev. About 5,000 should be the limit. And now let's turn on the compression. And this is some pretty high compression for an engine of this time. Wow, and it once more. Let's just leave it like this. I'll fine tune the engine. Wow, this unlocks so much power. And we have a lot of power on reserve. Now this should about be it. We're extracting a lot more power. Before this it was 40, now it's 58, so in total 18 horsepower more, and with even more if we wanted to. Wink wink. Now to engineer this, we'll just go learning and drop everything here. 20 commands, I'd say that's acceptable, and then after a prototype we'll put it into production. Or maybe if we wanted to, we can spend a bit more so it comes out earlier. Uh, 20 months, there we go. Now, I don't know if I should be waiting for the engine. Yes, I will wait for the new engine to finish, then I will facelift both of my cars. Yeah, I just noticed we can do some more R&D here. And I've just noticed the truck, we cannot complete all the orders for the trucks. This means we'll have to raise the price. Oh, we have our first recall. We'll just go with quiet recall, it costs less. And the risk of discovery isn't that high. And oh yeah, it looks like we got to raise the price again. Yeah, and it looks like our engine has finished engineering, so it's time to get on facelifting. And I believe we can make a smaller version for the city car, for the Koala, since 50 horsepower, almost 60, could be a bit more for what we need, and it also increases our fuel consumption. And exactly 1.3 liters, I think that should do it. And now we tune it down. Oh yes, we can lean out the mixture a bit for efficiency. I'll do this on the other engine as well. Now for the engineering, doing like, we'll bring everything to 50 back up again. Doesn't seem like a lot. We'll tweak this once we have our cars engineered. We can already see we have some better fuel consumption, yes, better stats overall. And now we can use a bit of interior quality. Oh, not again, failing safety standard. Oh yes, we have... What? Again? How much do they want now? Or maybe that's fine because we're not failing that bad. Oh no, we do not have any new interior options, just something expensive we don't care about. Now, 5-speed. I don't think it's time to go to a 5-speed. 4-speed is enough for something like this. Even if we don't have the safety standards or whatever they want, I don't really see a problem. They're still gonna buy it. Now let's see engineering time here. Seems pretty good. Yeah, we can get it for a lot cheaper. And now to do the truck. Looks like we're going to have to down tune the engine, or maybe we can just lean it out. How's the emissions looking like? Still not passing. Oh, looks like that did the trick. We just needed to make it lean. And I forgot to mention we can use a new under tray. Instead of off-road, we have semi-clad, and that I think that is lighter and gives us better fuel consumption. Yes, it's worth a try on the non-pickup models. And that reminds me, I should put on the new under tray on the Koala. Yes, that helps us with fuel economy. Let's see what kind of emissions we get. Yes, for that should last us enough. And just one more thing with Koala, I think I'll add something small to represent the facelift so everyone knows you got the new one with a better engine. And I think I'm going to make a new trim because if we look on our sales, we are selling quite a lot in the sport variant, so we'll lean into that market and make something hot. I will use the bigger engine. And we'll make the suspension stiffer for better handling. And I think we're going to differentiate it by giving it some new lights. Alright, that looks, let's say interesting. Maybe not that good, but definitely everyone will know this is the fast one. And now it's time for me to reveal what I've been hiding this whole episode, what I wanted to do all along, because our cars are perceived as quite sporty for some reasons. Our engineers have played around and have decided to make a sports car using the engines we have. Obviously, it's not going to be that fancy or that comfortable, but it's going to leave a mark and tell everyone what we can do. As for the body, we'll have to use this older one because it's the smallest one we can find. We want this to be really light, that's so I can go fast with the small engine. Pretty standard build with what we have: aluminium, space frame, steel, longitudinal. But now get the 1.5, and actually let's go for a 5-speed because we don't have that much engineering time added, and it will be a good technology showcase. And now to tune the suspension. And now I think I'll just design it. But this is what I've come up with for the sports car. I'm pretty proud of the work I did. It looks pretty solid overall. We've carried over the grille we had, same for the headlight, the taillight, and I've decided to name the car the Lucciola, which means firefly in Italian. So sort of where our company is, because it's something small and supposed to be light, bright. This has the 1.5 variant. Again, as I've shown you, it does pretty well, but I think we can make budget variant with the 1.3, so this is why I called this the Super. So I'll just put in the 1.3. By the way, I've tuned down the power in the 1.3 for emissions on the other cars, and we could just not have a radio to make it lighter and cheaper. And I'll find a name for this as well. Yeah, I've decided to call the base model simply base. Now let's go for the engineering. I've already tweaked the sliders a bit, so we're going to make this a bit more manual because it won't be as mass produced. Everything else the same, 37 months should be okay. Now we can make the engine a lot better. But now for the big reveal, I'll make the engine factory bigger because in the future we'll need more capacity, and this seems like the right time to do it. 120 million to upgrade, we have that money in our pocket. And it looks like these prices are okay, we'll make a profit. And then now I will just make sure to line up all the facelifts so they take 37 months. Maybe these will be cheaper or a bit more reliable. Alright, looks like this will take 200 million. We have, let's say, 150. We could take out another 50, maybe a bit more than 50, just in case. And now we'll just wait for it. But before that, we can do a bit of research because emissions are coming up. And unless we do something by, let's check now, 1975, we will have to pay a lot of fines. So for this, the base areas are exhaust to get catalytic converter. It's surprisingly early. But let's go maybe +2, that's alright, and +3 on the fuel system because putting quality in it also helps out a ton. Yeah, we've just paused production of the passenger variant because it's not that sold, and I'd rather have these sell the van and the pickup. And it looks like I didn't do my work well, and the engine factory is now being built, which means no more cars being built because we don't have any engines. Yeah, this is going to cost us. And we've successfully survived the period where I forgot to make engines. Maybe I should have prepared for that. And now our sales are off the charts, I think. Our truck is still selling. Yeah, I'd say so. The Koala, it's also doing really well, and the Luchola, it has gained some interest. Let's check our sales actually. That's a pretty good chunk of the sport market to sell to. In total, we seem to be doing really well. We have sales in utility, delivery, the most in the family section, and then the sport market really seems to like it, so there must have been a demand for a cheap sports car like this. I really like how the Luchola drives on these windy roads here. Even if it's not got that much power, it's light and it can go decently fast. I really like how it turned out because it's a well-rounded package. The only sketchy part is that it may understeer under braking, but otherwise it doesn't have any flaws. If you'd like to help in some way with the series, I'll be letting people design a logo for Fusco Auto. To send your design to me, enter the Automation Discord server at discord.gg/automationgame and ping me in the campaign channel, same name as on YouTube for me. You can also send any other kinds of suggestions there for the series. See you next time.